Hi traders, today's video I just want to talk about how to become profitable in the real way. Not the real way, the real way. And I was thinking about it, how much I hated when people were talking about, just about psychology and patience and stuff. It is true. Psychology, if you don't have it, if you don't have the right mindset, you will lose. But still, there are a ton of technical stuff that you can learn. And if you are smart enough, you can make it in the Forex markets. And in my opinion, as I've just looked other videos and stuff, people only are talking about psychology. Of course, I've talked about psychology like 50 of my videos, but at least I'm talking about technical stuff as well. And it is really important because I was thinking about it, and I think people don't realize how much work is going into, let's say, an automated EA, any trading system that actually works and is making money, manual or automated. It is just so much work that I think people don't really think of. So basically, you have to, first of all, you have to try out many things, like all the indicators and all the price action patterns, before you can start to code, let's say, your own indicators and own price action patterns. And there are hundreds of them. And backtesting is not that easy. So if you want to test all the indicators and price action patterns, now that is already a ton of work. But it is nothing to just backtest them. You have to forward test them, and you have to combine them. And their combination is so much, the number is so huge, that you will realize at some point that it is a real job. It is a really hard business to make it in the Forex markets and create something really powerful and something that is really profitable. And of course, there are situations like this war or the COVID-19 that you don't expect, and your EA or your manual system don't expect. Then you have to update it. You have to find your solutions for it. And it doesn't mean that it would lose all the money or anything like that. But if you want to stay at the top of the game, you have to constantly just update your stuff, just analyze the markets, and that is taking huge amounts of effort and just time. It's really time consuming. So don't underestimate the technical side of trading, because I was thinking about it that if I only say it is patience and this is not true. The only psychological stuff, it is not true, because I was just thinking about how many hours I spent to analyze the markets and to backtest and forward test all the strategies and to write codes that forward test my backtests, and just codes that doesn't exist in the MT4, MT5, CRGO universe. So it also requires innovation from your side, and it requires a lot. And so it is not an easy job at all. It is not. And I just want to encourage you to go ahead and just get a computer, a piece of paper, a notebook, and just write down all the plans, all the things that you see that could be improved with your strategy or with the testing mechanisms, and create new equations, new factors that you think are better than the existing ones. Don't believe anyone who is saying this is the best system. If you are willing to learn, and if you want to make something unique, you can do it, but don't underestimate the work that you will have to put into it. And I have some tips for you if you want to become a successful trader in EA trading or manual trading, and if you want to make your own EAs and manual strategies, of course. And the first is, this is all technical stuff. The first is to get a strategy and try it out on multiple currency pairs and a couple of metals, or just one, like I would say like 6 currency pairs and one metal like gold, and do some mathematical correlation between the currency pairs performance and the relative performance of the metal one, and then average the parameters of each optimization of your currency pairs, and then run a test on each currency pair with the averaged optimization, and run a test on a completely different currency pair and metal. And this is all because we have to avoid over-optimizing, because if you over-optimize, it won't work at all. But if you find the parameters that are not over-optimized at all, but they work on each currency pair, or at least the majority of them, you will have a powerful system overall with great diversity. And there are these technical stuff that you have to think about when you start to trade. I know most of you don't want to develop EAs or don't know how to code, or look and learn it anyway, but now I'm talking to people who want to develop their own EAs and own systems. So the second thing is, do the backtest forward testing, which is actual forward test. So it means that you have a system. It is cruel. When you will try it, you will say, the normal trader fucked my day up because it is just bullshit. All of my strategies are garbage. But at least you will know that you will have to improve the strategies. When I found out this method, I was so pissed, because all of my strategies, like years ago, I had to work on all of them basically. I've already talked about it, but it is when you backtest, for example, you start a backtest from 2010, an optimization from 2010 to 2 years, so to 2012, just 2 years optimization. Then you run a backtest on the following 2 years, so from 2012 to 2014. This is the same if you would have an EA that you optimized for, from like 2020 to today, and if you would run it for 2 years from now, it is the same, but it is so much faster because you don't have to just sit around for 2 fucking years, and you will have to optimize the ranges. So a 2 year is it might be not the best, but for example 1 year and 2 months. So you optimize for 1 year and you run the forward test for 2 months, and you do it for the 10-year period. It is crazy good, and you will see that most of the strategies just won't work. It is completely normal. I would say you will be pissed and you will be raging why you had spent your like the last 3 years developing strategies that don't even work. But this is a secret that will give you a good perspective on how difficult it is to make a good EA, and you will see that it is possible, but you have to work on it a lot more than you thought. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video and you found some interesting and useful tips in it, and have a good day. Ciao.